Hey, Taurus Rising. This is your monthly chart reading for the month of December 2024. If you're here because you were born in April or May and you're like, this is my reading, maybe not, I invite you to check this link in the description below to go to astrocharts.com and see what your full astrology chart is with all of your positions and placements. You're going to need your exact time of birth. Most people can find this on their birth certificate. Once you create your chart, you're going to scroll down and you're looking for your ascendant sign. This is just another word for rising sign. So I'll see you back here in a minute. Also, I just have to tell you, you're going to see me in a second in completely different clothes because I already recorded this a couple days ago and my settings were all messed up and it was stuttering. So I'm just going to cut right to that reading once I get it figured out. Taurus Rising, December 2024. Let's get a card for you. Taurus Rising. Taurus Rising, upright only, Taurus Rising, Taurus Rising. Okay. Recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. Clear your mind. That's what's up. All right, let's see how that applies. Get Old Faithful deck out. Yes, I've been gone from YouTube for almost 6 months. I'm glad to be back, but I'm a little rusty. I had so many issues with Aries Rising's video, but we got through it. It's just, I have a brand new PC, a new setup, so there's some things I tried to troubleshoot before, but just didn't get to it, you know? Didn't figure it all out until I was already making my videos, and I'm too stubborn to start over, especially when it comes to readings, you know? It's not going to be the same. Taurus Rising. Okay. So we're looking at how you appear this month in December. Oh. What do you have? What do you have right now, Taurus Rising? What do you think? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Yeah. All right. What's going on at home with your loved ones? What's going on at home with your loved ones? In December 2024, Taurus Rising. All right. What are you doing this month? Anything else? What are you doing? Okay. And what's happening at your work? What's going on with your workplace, Taurus Rising, December? About your close relationships, partners, besties. Okay. What do others have right now? Who do others have in your life? Okay. And what are you learning this month, Taurus Rising? And what have you built at the end of this month? What have you built by the end of this month? Okay. And let's see, what's the community that you're a part of? And what are the limitations that are holding you back? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, Strength card in reverse. Show impatience with yourself and not a lot of self-discipline. Okay. So getting started, for how you appear to others, we have the world. This is sort of putting yourself out there and having a front-facing persona, perhaps, or at least being out there in the world, meeting a lot of people, talking to a lot of people. This is also the end of a cycle, so people can see you kind of making endings maybe in your life, or trying to end a way that you've expressed yourself up till now. I already see a lot of cards here that could suggest that you're kind of at differences with the way that you've previously liked to express yourself. It's not working for you anymore. So we'll get more about that card as we go forward. Values, what you have in your life. It's a Hierophant reversed. For this, it's like a very detached and non-traditional way of living. This is a lifestyle that is not a part of any type of hierarchy. It's something kind of out there. It also doesn't follow any traditions. It doesn't have any structure. There could be a lot of chaos in your life at this time. This is actually a Taurus card. And with it being reversed here in the Taurus position of the second house, that looks like you've kind of gone off the rails as far as living your Taurus values of simplicity, practicality, patience, and yeah, it's quite different from what I would expect from a Taurus energy to see that. It's the Hierophant is about, you see the Pope there, and then the two like priests listening and getting the benediction, like this is how it is. It's like a teaching card and a rulership card, a spiritual rulership. And with it being reversed and what you have, it's sort of like, I don't have a spiritual center. I don't have someone, an authority figure that is trusted and who has, is deserving of that ranking, is promoted to that ranking by a jury of their peers, like, in the papacy, they're voted in by the other cardinals. So if you're following someone, they haven't gotten that, they might not deserve it. But regardless, it's just kind of showing that you, don't have anywhere to look to, towards a like higher power right now, or some type of spiritual, guidance. And it's sort of like adrift, and maybe that happened because you wanted the truth, as I'm seeing the Ace of Swords over here. You were looking for a source of truth, and perhaps you haven't found that yet. So you're just sort of like, well, fuck everything. I'm going my own way, and I'm going to do my own thing. And that's has its time and place for sure. Nothing wrong with you having done that. I also just think that as a Taurus rising, you really benefit from structure, from tradition, from stability, from things that have been built up over generations, and someone to be a worthy and trustworthy leader. And that's definitely missing in your life at this time. What are you thinking about? You don't want to compete. You don't want to argue. You don't want to listen to others' ideas. This is giving isolation here. But it's interesting with the world is like, you're definitely not actually isolated. I just think spiritually with the wands, with the Hierophant, it's like, if other people have ideas about the way the world is, or what's important in life, and what desires are okay, what type of self-expression is okay, like you're definitely apart from maybe people that you're surrounding yourself with, or that are around you at this time. Like you don't want to discuss it. They're not going to agree with you anyway. And and all of that. So what's going on in your home right now? You got the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It's like you are, doing a give and take. There's some teamwork there. It's very practical and pragmatic. It's like, let's get the work done. Let's make sure money's coming in. Let's make sure that, we have the security and everything like that. But there's also, with the Seven of Pentacles reverse, it's like there's some wasteful expenditures happening. Someone isn't paying close attention to the finances, so things are kind of going off the rails. I don't know if that's you or another person. I actually think with this card here, the Two of Pentacles, it could just be a difference of opinion. Like one person is saying, this, we need to spend this to get something, and the other person saying that's a waste, and it could kind of be like, if this is your partner, you both have different values and different things that you think are worth money and worth time, and things that you enjoy and you want to spend money on. And both of you dislike what the other person wants to spend money on. So there's a bit of conflict there. Otherwise, it does look like you're actually fairly stable financially. But it's saying, like in December, but it's saying that like there's an ongoing push and pull struggle of where is our money going and what's okay to spend it on and what's not. And it could be preventing you from making long-term goals happen. All right. So how are you expressing yourself? I mean, you're defensive for sure. There's something that you believe in that you're not letting go of at this time. It's like, no, I know I'm right. And this is how it is. And like, I'm not going to hear your rabble down there of what you have to say. This is my thing and I'm sticking to it. And I do think you're getting some opposition to it as well. If you're over here with like, I'm doing this radical new thing and I'm my own spiritual guru, or I'm just not as into, receiving guidance from anyone. I'm going to do my own thing. And then of course people are like, well, why don't you think like us? And why aren't you still going to church? Or why aren't you, believing what I'm believing? And haven't you heard everyone saying this? You should be saying it too. You definitely feel isolated here and all of that. And then it's here with the Three of Pentacles reversed, which is, you're not willing to come to the table and work with anyone. I don't think you're very experienced in having to stand by yourself and defend your beliefs the way that you've had to this month. It's all new to you, and you may be a little clumsy at it. It could be causing some issues with people around you. So I just want to I actually had the same card in the same position for Aries Rising. And I also got clarifiers for it. We're going to get it for you of like, which way are you not an expert at this situation? Clarifiers for the Three of Pentacles reversed. Got the apple and some tiny little image. It looks like an angel. Or a Valkyrie, actually. Okay. 96. I just got these, so I'm definitely going to be looking up this stuff. Apple, health, forbidden fruit, knowledge, and knowledge. I mean, going back to like the whole spiritual issues, belief systems and things like that. And then the apple, forbidden fruit, knowledge, maybe you're getting into conspiracy theories, okay, like something a little out there that people in your life are like, what the hell are you doing? 105, guardian angel protection. All right. Okay. So, with this being the Three of Pentacles reversed, to me, that's saying that because you're not used to having to defend your values or like what you believe in, that you've got some help, like you've got some backup in doing that, because this is not something you're familiar with or used to. Okay, so next at work, we've got the Eight of Wands. It's very chaotic and busy. Maybe some new information came in sometime in December or recently in the past where it was like, oh shit, like things are changing and, it's all so quick. And maybe you work in some type of marketing, social media, online conversation. The conversations are very important. Lots of information coming in and going constantly. I want to pull another card for that because Eight of Wands is a nebulous card. Let's find another card for Aries. Excuse me, Taurus Rising for the Eight of Wands. Okay. Yeah, it's causing you to have to take on new roles and have new work to do, things that you aren't familiar with doing, brand new things that are like, you're not, again, this is like two back to back, you're not practiced at. And it's just a lot of newness here. Like it's not just like having to defend your beliefs, especially around the holidays and coming around, family that maybe you haven't been really close with you on your journey, don't really know where you're coming from. And now it's like, okay, well, I believe in this now, and whatever happens with that. And then also, then you have the situation going on at work where it's like, all right, we're moving you to a new position, and this is what you need to do now, and it's all brand new to you, and you're not experienced or practiced with it. So that's some chaos to deal with. Hopefully we can get some helpful cards for you here at the end. So with other people, this is like your partner or close relationships, best friends, whoever you're closest to in your life. You have the Two of Pentacles. That's definitely another give and take card. It's kind of like having to carefully balance between, compromising and like, okay, if you want to buy this, then I get to buy that. Or if if I'm going to do this chore, then you need to do that one. And it's just a very like intense negotiation of roles, responsibilities, material goods, wealth, money, finances. There's a lot of push and pull, and it's just a lot. It's a lot right now in December for you. Good thing you're resilient. So what do other people have? The Ace of Swords, they have the force and the truth on their side. I hesitate to say you need to trust their judgment and stuff like that. Because you've got the angels on your side supporting you through doing this Seven of Wands maneuver where like something that I kind of figured out about the tarot is that the fives are all full of change and dynamic movement. There's always some kind of conflict in them. And you have this Five of Wands here. When something wins out, when an idea wins out, then it moves to the Seven, where now that idea needs to be defended. There's still some level of chaos inherent with the card. But if you let go of that idea, if you start listening to all this rabble around you, which you're clearly not interested in doing with this being reversed here and what you're thinking about, it can regress back to the Five, where you lose your purpose, you lose your sense of direction, you lose that desire, even where it's like, I don't know what I want because this person said this and this person said that. And yeah, it's just a lot. I think you're really being protected to hold to your own truth and your own purpose and desire, as strange as that may look to other people. Other people definitely think like, I've got the high ground, the truth is on my side, and they're not afraid to wield that sword against you. I want to get a card for what the hell are you supposed to do about that? What can Taurus Rising do about this Ace of Swords and these other people that want to be crazy? I mean, you don't need to play nice with them. And you need to come up with a strategy to avoid them. And, you know, if it at all if it all else fails, just don't reveal your thoughts and feelings and opinions. Like, keep it to yourself. And that's a shame, I understand. But I don't think that you're willing to do all the, okay. I also saw this, which is the uh the Five of Swords reverse, which means I'm not willing to do whatever it takes. I'm not willing to be a bully. I'm not willing to win at all costs. You're still in a delicate place here with the Seven, I think. So, like, when it comes to other people being so self-righteous, like, I know the truth, you know, you don't need to. There's a strategy here, right? You don't start saying, "Oh, you're right," you know, yeah, silly me, because then that seeps into what is already difficult for you, which is holding to your own truth. However, you also probably just don't need to make them aware that you have a different truth than them. You know, just kind of and go on, because they, at the Ace, it's very instinctual and unevolved and not mature. So whatever truth that they think they have, it's actually quite personal. It's learned from a system. Again, with this Hierophant here, they're still all up in the hierarchy of like, this is what we were taught and this is what we know. And it's definitely true because no one's ever questioned it. And that you're not going to win any argumentation with them, because this, while they think it's logic, is coming from a learned emotional instinctual standpoint, and you're not at the place where you're ready even in your own belief and trust and faith to start getting into it with these people. You need to just don't shine a light on it as a strategy, as a rule. That doesn't mean that it's lesser whatsoever. And I think that you're protected in keeping this faith in whatever it is that you're believing in, and working with this idea. This could even be like, if up till now you're like, I'm fitting to click off because this is all about spirituality and I just don't resonate with that. Like, this could even be a creative idea that you need to protect at this time. Like, this is something that you have a spark for. It's something new and different that nobody's ever seen before. And if you go around and start telling everyone what you're doing, you're going to have the truth sword come knocking and hitting you over the head because you can't do it. No one's done it. So why could you do it? And I don't even want to say, like, it's just shit that you don't need to deal with. So you need to play dumb, keep it under wraps, you know, don't do this Knight of Cups thing where you're carrying water for their beliefs and delusions or whatever their chosen views are. Maybe it's not even that, maybe it's very well intentioned, but like, they still don't have to live your life for you. They don't know what you know. They haven't experienced what you've experienced. So they just simply don't have access to the facts. You don't need to kiss their ass, nor do you need to tell them about it. And that's that on that. What are you learning? Moon with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so that was just pretty much what I was just saying with all of that, where you're learning that there's some delusions and illusions around, you know, what we hold on to tightly, what we protect. And you're kind of seeing that now for the first time in other people that are close to you, where they just don't have the vision to be able to see that they're clinging desperately for dear life onto something that gives them security. They think that it's because that's the way it is, and I'm gonna tell it like it is and keep telling it like it is, but it's like that doesn't have to be so. It could already be untrue, but the fact that that's all they've ever known, and it gives them a sense of security, stability, and continuity. There's a relationship between that and the unknown for people that are in need of security. And now what's the outcome here? So we have the King of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Eight of Cups. It's a very emotional journey here for you about, using your intuition, wisdom, and your emotional strength and fortitude to look at a great many options of all these different things that you could have, and to simply walk away from it all because you know that it's not right for you. So when you're carrying this like new belief, and you're really trying to fight for it, this new idea, this new desire, whatever it may be, even back in the situation in your home where like you and your person or whoever this is are like arguing over what's a good thing to spend money on, like ultimately there are many different ways that life can be lived, and many different ideas of what's desirable, what's, I don't know why I'm getting fashionable, what's like smart, what's powerful, what's spiritually correct, what others want. It's all about what everybody would have a different answer to which one of these cups they would choose. But ultimately, you're walking away from all of that because you have, even through, the moon here and not knowing, instead of holding on tightly to what you do know because you're afraid of the unknown, you're willing to walk into that unknown because you know none of these options that are sufficient for other people are sufficient for you. And that's called building your faith in yourself and the universe, and just trusting that no matter what comes, whether this desire or new journey for you is successful or not, whether it's what you think it will be or not, you are putting faith and trust in yourself to navigate it, to navigate changing circumstances in your life. I'm going to go and move over here and completely start over again. But, mom's over here like, you'll never find a job there. And friends over here are like, you already know everyone here. Why would you leave? And they always have a million different reasons as why you can't do something. It's going to take a leap of faith, and it's going to also take you fully understanding that you could have a great many things where you are, or what is already in existence. But there's something more, and you have the courage and the self-love and the self-understanding to step and walk away from it all. I'm not saying you're going to end your relationship this month or anything like that, but you know what this means for you. I'm talking to everyone that has a Taurus rising that will come across this video, so obviously it could look a lot of different ways for different people. It being a wands matter, it's matter of spirit, desire, values, to some extent. It's something that's instinctual, like you just know that a new idea or whatever, hopefully you get it by now. So this is about your community and what's going on with them, and they want to control you. I mean, if you're looking at, if someone's going to have a problem and come against you for what you're trying to do, it's because they're trying to control you. Why is that though? Why is that? I can't just accept that they're just trying to control you. They're a narcissist. Like, okay, that's too broad. What's going on with the Emperor here and the community? Give us some clarifiers, please. Yes, okay. Virgo, I love you. Oh, okay. That's pretty clear cut. So they are scared of losing you. And they do want to control you because with the Virgo vibe, it's their truth. And so many Virgos that I've known personally, and if you are a Virgo sun in this with Taurus rising, I'm sorry that it might sound a little critical of you, but there's all different types of Virgos. This Virgo energy in this particular situation, okay? Why am I so apologetic? They have their own truth. And they know what that is. They're actually quite experienced in what you're trying to do here, which is quite interesting. And as a contrast, that they have no issue with following the beat of their own drum, Granted, usually most Virgos are in very traditional or logical mindsets, yet they absolutely stick to their truth. It's my way or the highway kind of vibe, right? But what can happen when they get attached to someone, excuse me, and they're afraid of losing someone, then it's like, oh, you don't believe in my truth? You're about to walk away from what I thought our truth was? Or, they don't conceptualize it that way all the time, especially when they're scared of getting out of control. Control is a big issue with someone who is, what's the word? The control is a big issue with someone who has like an insecurity or inferiority complex or something like that. And they feel, I love you. Like they feel attachment. They feel like you following the beat of your own drum here is something you haven't shown them before. And now it's like, oh my God, this person, Taurus Rising, is walking out of my life, and I have to do everything I can to keep them there. So I'm going to tell them how I'm right and they're wrong, and how, this isn't going to go the way they think that it is, and they're actually just delusional or whatever. And, how my values are more important than your values. Doing something new is going to lead to a lot of chaos, all kinds of different stuff, right? But it's they're afraid of losing you, and like it just depends on who this is in your life, whether that's a concern for you or not. Maybe you're just gonna say, well, I've kind of had enough, and this is so important to me that I'm gonna let this relationship go. Maybe you're like, no, I really love this community, or I love this family I'm part of, or this friend group, what are these people that are in my life, but it's a new day. I've got a new thing that I'm doing. And if y'all would be so kind as to try to understand, then all will be well. That takes time to develop. And you're still very much in the genesis and the confirmation within yourself of whatever this new journey and idea and desire is. So once you get, on from the 7 up to the 9, up to the 10, then it'll be more stable to a place where you can confidently say, yeah, I'm going to quit my job and go into this brand new field. And yeah, it's already happening. I'm doing it now. And they'll just have to take it or leave it. And you don't want to expose whatever this idea is too soon to people who are just going to tear it down out of their own fear. So protect it. This is crazy. I'm already getting like very similar vibes from Aries rising. So what are your limitations? I have the Chariot reverse and the Knight of Swords. Situations that are outside of your control, you're going to try to rush in and help. And, I don't even think this is you, actually. This is other people that are trying to help you, but it's not within their realm of control. Yes. Being at the end of a cycle and at the cusp of a new change, a new development, and like you figured your shit out, now you're moving on, and like, if someone was trying to come in and give you all the facts or tell you about yourself or do all this other stuff, that's outside of their purview. But I also think similarly, if there was something that you were trying to control out of a desire to be helpful, that can really hold you back on turning the 7 into a 9 and a 10 and on into the next, cementing it in your life. And I do wonder this somehow is with work, if you've taken on something new that's really burdensome because things have gotten chaotic there, and out of a desire to help, you've taken on more than you can manage. That's definitely limiting you. Trying to help others right now is not really supported. And that even comes full circle to this: recharge, breathe, let go, and clear your mind. I think, strangely enough, there seems to already be a pattern of focusing internally in December for a lot of people. And you can think of this right here, this desire that you're developing, as like you're pregnant with this idea, like it's being built and grown and it's inside of you. And if you're expecting for it to become real and to give birth to it, you need to get your rest. You need to step away. You need to let go too of trying to be this helper person and to manage everything, because I don't think that's a possibility for you right now. Other people need to step up and figure out what to do with their situations. And also similarly with this, you don't know the answer of like everything. You could be getting in the way of someone's understanding or growth by trying to be overly helpful. All right, Taurus Rising, I'm going to get a card from this Singles and Relationship Oracle deck for you for your relationship in December. Unavailable. You're chasing someone unavailable, or you are the one who is running away. Yeah, hard to get also. I think you are making yourself unavailable because you are really trying to protect this new genesis of this new journey, this new desire and an idea that you're trying to move forward with. And especially from if you have a partner, or if these are just people that are close to you, there's been such a close interaction between you of like equal but different. So like there's a mirroring happening with the two, and you're not going to permit that at this time because they may be stagnant. They may not be growing anything new. That's fine, of course, but like they're going to press their values onto you. Well, I'm keeping it going. I'm keeping things steady. I'm not making major changes right now. It's not smart to do that, blah, blah, blah. And like, I think that making yourself unavailable is a protective, instinctual move to secure your own, I think you're being guided to do that, like truly, like, so. Okay, let's get some advice for you. Taurus Rising, advice December 2024. Advice for Taurus Rising, December 2024. Perfect setting. This card's so beautiful. Nature's Whispers deck, Oracle deck. Number 9. If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes. All of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is all in the details: position, sun, soil, water, and nourishment, and air. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. If that means you got to walk away and go off to the mountains, then so be it. This is so important to you. This is something that hasn't been done before. This is like really big shit. Damn. You can't let this go now. These people, you know, people in your life, they don't feel it like you feel it. I know in terms of making this channel and even like leaving and then coming back almost 6 months later after my life went to shit because I lost my job and I needed to restructure a bunch of things that were happening. Some people in my life already knew I had started the channel, but like after, I didn't tell very many people I was starting it before I did. And then I didn't tell many people I was coming back and in what way. And like, it's just, safer for my mental well-being and my determination to keep that to myself. And it doesn't put a jinx on anything, and it doesn't invite unwarranted, undesired, and unnecessary opinion and input from people who are well-meaning but clearly have no fucking clue. And that's that's what you're kind of going through right now. I think maybe on a really big level of like, if something's brand new, of course people aren't going to understand it. People are just afraid of the unknown. Don't think too poorly of them. And once you're able to show them and not have to tell them, a lot of people don't think visually. You know, no matter how eloquent you are in explaining your vision and your ideas and your dreams, they're never going to fucking get it until you put it right in front of their faces and say, it's already done and here it is and look at this. And even then, you know, where is it going to go? Who knows, you know, but like, whatever this is, you've got to create your environment to support it. If that means kicking people out temporarily, that's what you got to do. If that means telling work, hey, I don't have time for this, you know, you find somebody else and pay them, please, well, because I'm not learning this whole new job to take care of this chaos when you just need to hire somebody else to do the work who's competent, talented, you know, and paid. I'll continue doing my job, but I don't have time to start this whole new other thing and carry water for you. No, this is crazy. Set time aside to make this thing happen. Set a space aside. And it'll work out. And take time for yourself. Take time to, you know, if it all feels chaotic, if you're worried and anxious and stressed, whatever the problems are, they can wait till tomorrow. Okay. That's all I got for you this month. Taurus Rising. It's a really good read. Something big's coming. Like, this is a big opportunity for you. I know you got this. You're strong, resilient. Just be patient. Just be patient with it and with yourself. And if you want to see more of these readings, I'm going to be doing these rising sign monthly at the beginning of the month. And then I'm also going to do a love and relationship reading with your Venus sign at the middle of the month. I also have more plans to do other things that are both personal readings and topical readings, news readings, entertainment readings, like not necessarily like Hollywood or whatever, but I mean like readings that are entertaining. See, there's me trying to explain something that doesn't make any fucking sense to anyone else. I'll just show you. It's that simple. So having said that, I hope you join me again. And until then,